My dear learners, you are most welcome to Primary 1, Literacy 2, Lesson 2 by Teacher Joel Malma. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about air and rail transport. Our previous lesson was about road transport, so today we are going to learn about air and rail transport. In case you have any question, you are free to send it on my WhatsApp number you see on the screen, or you can also use the email. So let us now get to learn about air transport first. Let us begin with air transport. Now, when you hear about air transport, I have several questions here. I don't know if you also get these questions in your mind. Yes. First of all, what do you know about air transport? Are you able to tell us something? Then, number 2, where can one find means of air transport? In case I need to travel using air, where do I find the means of transport? What are they? And how much? There we are. So, air transport, we say this is a type of transport where people and goods are moved from one place to another by air. By air. Are we together? Now, what does this mean? Let us look at this picture here. Are you seeing that means of transport? This is one of the means of air transport. How do we call it? This is an aeroplane. This belongs to our country, Uganda. So this is Uganda Airline. That type of bombardier, if you've ever heard of it. So, this aeroplane, flies in the air, does not move on the road, just like you see vehicles. Well, it has tires and it can, but not everywhere. It has its special road. We may call it a runway, where it first moves when landing or taking off. So during that time, it can move just like vehicles, but after a short period of time, it flies in the air. That's why we call this means of transport an aeroplane, and it is for air transport. One of the means of air transport. So, what else can we talk about air transport? It is the fastest type of transport. Yes, it is the fastest. If you want to travel, let's say you are going to United States of America, you don't need to travel by bus. Yes, it is only by air that you can reach there in the shortest time. Otherwise, if you are to travel by these other means, it means somewhere you will have to use road transport, then crossing the ocean, you use water transport until you reach. But I can't tell you how long it will take you to reach America if you are not going to use means of air transport. Are we together? So, where can one find the means of air transport? Is another question. You need to get to the airport. Airport. So at the airport, we find several means. For example, aeroplane, which we are talking about, and the others as we are going to see them. Now, what is the, how do we call the airport? It can be International Airport of Uganda. That is the question. Do you know the International Airport of Uganda? Because currently we have one, but very soon we shall be having others. So The one we have is Entebbe International Airport. If somebody wants to fly out of the country, we'll have to go to Entebbe. But very soon we shall have one in Hoima, one in Kabale. Then we have other small airfields across the country. There is Chimaka in Jinja, there is Soroti, and there is one in Lira, and many other places. Are we together? Now, my dear learners, let us look at the means of air transport. We need to identify. Let us identify these means of air transport. Now, which means are you seeing in the picture? So I say this is an aeroplane. So far we have seen this. This is an aeroplane. Just like you can see, there is one here which is flying already, is taking off. As this one which belongs to Uganda, you can see here, Uganda Airlines. For it is still down. It has landed. But this one, I think this is Ethiopian Airline or Airways, has just flew off from the airport. Now, that is an aeroplane. Next, we have this. How do we call this means of transport? So this is a jet aircraft. It also belongs to Uganda, but for the army. This one is a fighter jet. Are we together? Next, we have a helicopter. This is a helicopter. Then we have hot air balloons. These are all means of air transport. Next here, we have parachute. Parachute is used mainly when there is danger. If an aircraft or the aeroplane has got a problem and you have to come out, how do you reach the ground? This happened to me for the first time I sat in an aeroplane. I was scared because the air hostesses came and were briefing us saying, you people pray for yourselves because the means of transport we are using, we can't tell what may happen as we are traveling. So in case you see these lights, it means danger, and you have to get a parachute below your seat, dress it, get to the exit here and there, and jump out. I said, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Because I don't know how to dress a parachute, how to operate it. So that is another means. Mainly it works when there is danger and you have to come to the ground. Next we have this one, and this is the hang glider, if it is one. So with the hang gliders is another means of air transport, but which is not common. This one is not common in our place here, but in some other countries people do use them, mainly the tourists and those people who work in the game parks. We would add on, but I leave others for you to make research. You can talk about rocket and many other means. Now let us look at rail transport. Rail transport, what you have to know, is a type of transport where people are moved from one place to another. People and goods, by the way, is a type of transport where people and goods are moved from one place to another on wheeled vehicles running on railways. With this one, we see wheeled vehicles running not on the road like you saw a bus or a taxi, but these ones, they run on railways. Are we together? So here is a picture of a train, and what you have to take note is that a train is the only common means of rail transport that everyone knows. Are we together? So this train, as you are seeing it, it has wheeled vehicles. The wheels are down here that move on the railways. So all these are vehicles attached. I don't know how many they are, but just look, the weight is long. All this is a train. So this is another type of transport which is good, and I think it is even better than road transport in some places. If a country like China, people sleep in places which are very fine. They wake up in the morning, get into a bullet train, within 1 hour they have reached. Let's say somebody from Gulu traveling to Kampala for work and going back in the evening, or somebody from Busia at the extreme end of Uganda, or in Kasese coming to Kampala for work in the morning and going back. So it is also fast, but we cannot compare it to air transport. Air transport is the fastest type of transport. Then we can talk of train. But in our country, Uganda, we haven't got those trains that can move faster. We still need to improve our when it comes to rail transport, we need to improve some of the facilities to get to that level, which is in other countries. So, my dear learners, I don't have much to share with you about rail transport because the common means we know is only a train. Now, I just want to remind you of the note you've been seeing here. This is Join P1 Google Classroom, and the class code is here. You will find more of these lessons. More lessons are there uploaded, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos. So when you join Google Classroom, you will find activity. Find activity of lesson 2 on P1 Google Classroom. Use the class code you are seeing here to join. Otherwise, this marks the end of our lesson. I want to say thank you for watching this video and learning. Check out the playlist below for recent lessons you may have missed. So here you will get to the recent videos in the playlist of P1. Then here you need to subscribe on our YouTube channel to get more upcoming lessons for all subjects. So here is a subscription button. My name is Teacher Joel Malma. Once again, my number is the one you see on the email on the screen, and the email address. You can use it to forward your concern anytime you feel like. May God bless you. Thank you for watching this video.